Hey you guys, welcome to another 60-minute reformer workout. Okay, today we're gonna focus on that deep core. Okay, so deep abdominals, we're gonna focus on intentional movement and accessing all parts of the core. Okay, so all the way around, you're gonna feel this one. There are times when it's gonna burn. There are times when you're gonna need that little bit of grit to hang on. I want you to hang on with me. Okay, I'm gonna count you down. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna feel it together. Okay, I wanna make sure that we're in some of these sequences long enough so that we can find the engagement. Okay, so I want you to hear my cues and I want you to start to feel that and envision it in your body. One of the most beautiful things about Pilates is that all the focus that it takes, everything else is removed from your life at that moment, right? It's all focusing on your body, what you're feeling, how you're engaging, and that's all I want you to do for the next 60 minutes with me, okay? So in a way, I look at it as a form of meditation, all right? It's a way to step away from everything else and leave everything outside while you step into your body, okay? So we're gonna do that together today. Deep abs. Now, tomorrow is Thanksgiving here. I don't know when you're going to be doing this video, but tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I don't recommend doing this workout after you've eaten a big Thanksgiving dinner. Probably won't feel very good. Okay, so I would save it for maybe the day after. But anyhow, it's going to be phenomenal on the core, so this is definitely going to be one you'll revisit time and time again. Okay? All right, so for today's workout, you're going to stay on one blue spring for the entire class until we get to the very end where we'll drop it down to one extra light spring. Now, if you don't have an extra light spring, you'll probably be able to work through it on your blue. Okay, but I'll speak to it when we get there just in case. Now, that one blue spring might feel a little heavy at times. It's going to provide some resistance that in some of these exercises we typically do on an extra light spring. And we have our box today too. So I just want you to move slow. That's that intentional movement piece I mentioned. Okay, we're going to move slow, intentional, focused work. So we'll do it together, okay? Your foot bar is going to be in the most upright first position, so that one click forward. I have an infinity foot bar on my Studio Reformer. It's balancedbody Studio Reformer. So if it looks a little different, that's why. But you basically want that foot bar right over the platform with that little tilt forward. One blue spring on, or one spring. Your foot strap, if it's not already attached, all right, so my foot strap's already attached in here. If it's not already attached, have it ready or put it on if you can. We're not going to use it till the end of class, so you don't need it right away, but have it handy. Your long box, your box is going to be on the Reformer long box style. Now, I have a very long carriage, so my box for my height is going to be in front of my shoulder blocks. However, we're not going to be pushing on the box too much at all today. So if you have an Allegro 2, it fits very nicely over the shoulder blocks for this flow in particular. Sometimes I say it doesn't, right? But today for this flow, if you have an Allegro 2, I want you to slip that box over the shoulder blocks, and that's going to be just a perfect position for you. Other brands of reformers, I'm not quite sure. You know, if you have enough space, the box is going to stay like this the entire time. So I want you to make sure that it's not hanging too far off the front and that it's in the middle of your carriage. So you have equal space on either side of your carriage. Headrest is down, and it's going to stay down the entire class because several times our feet will be there. And we will be using both short and long loops on your straps. So have both handy if they're not already on there. You might want to just get them hooked up and ready to go. And I think that's it. All right, we're going to have tons of fun. I look forward to this. I hope you look forward to it too. All right, we're going to get it done together. So we're going to start on the box, seated rear facing. Okay, so here we go. I'm on my box. I'm facing the rear of my frame. Your feet are going to be on your headrest, and we're just going to warm up the spine. So right away, before we do anything else, I'm going to have you set up with your straps. Let's put those long loops around your thighs. So they're going to come up above the knee. I was debating whether to put these on first, but you know what? I think if we put them on now, it'll just make it flow so much nicer. Okay, so your long loops are up above your knee, around your thigh. Okay, now don't worry about how the strap is falling right now. Once we start moving the legs, it'll work itself out. Don't overanalyze it. okay? You're seated right on top of those sitting bones, so we're nice and tall through the spine. Crown of head is reaching far away from that tailbone. I want you to think ribs stacked over the pelvis and belly button pulled up and in. We're going to take those hands behind the head, interlace your fingers, and those thumbs are going to run long down the back side of the neck. All right, now I want you to think about your hands today as traction for the spine. So we're going to think about drawing the spine up towards the ceiling just gently. It doesn't need to be aggressive. I absolutely do not want you to press the head forward. Okay, it's up, if anything. All right, elbows are nice and wide. And from here, we're just going to do some flexion and a little bit of extension. So on your exhale, we're going to nod the chin, round the spine, and we're not going to fold forward, but we're going to just focus on rounding that spine, drawing the belly button up and in, so you're getting that rounding from the cervical spine all the way down through the mid-spine, and then you're going to inhale back up. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, pull that belly button up and in. It's not going to be a big range of motion. Inhale, bring it back to that tall sit. One more like that. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, draw that belly button up and in. Inhale, come back to that tall sit. And now we're going to add some extension. So I'm going to have you start with the flexion first. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to go the other way. We're gently going to look up towards the top of the wall. And let's go back to that flexion. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, pull that belly button up and in. Inhale, go the other way. Gently look up at the top of the wall. Good, still in that tall sit. Exhale, nod the chin, round and curl. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more range of motion as you go. Inhale, go the other way. That extension is very small. Okay, last one. Exhale, round and curl. Good. Inhale, go the other way. Find that little bit of back extension. Good. And then we're going to come back to that tall sit, and now we're going to go for a twist. So on your inhale, you're going to rotate to the right, thinking about the rib basket, waistline up. Exhale all the way back to center. We're going to go the other way. Inhale, rotate to the left. Good. Thinking about those ribs staying directly over the pelvis. I'm not tilting. I'm not leaning forward or back. I'm keeping the sternum over the pubic bone. Good. Keeping that tall postural sit. Inhale to the right. That inhale is going to help that internal length, right? That diaphragm drops on the inhale. Exhale all the way back to center. Another inhale to the left. Inhale, rotate. The nice thing in this position too is that the hips don't want to move, and we don't want them to move. We want to isolate this waistline up. One more each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale back to center. Good. One more to the left. Inhale. Keep tractioning that skull up towards the ceiling. Exhale all the way back to center. Now, in this position, you're going to take your hands away from your head. Arms are going to come right off the chest. We're going to roll back, but I want you to keep your feet down, okay? So on your inhale, we're going to start to curl the lumbar spine. Let's lean back first. Let's make that a little more clear. You're going to lean back, okay? So no roll. Lean back just to get off the tips of the sitting bones, okay? Now from here, now we're going to start to curl tailbone, lumbar spine, thoracic spine. Good. And then we're going to go all the way up into that cervical spine and come all the way back. And you're going to allow for a little bit of a back extension. You're going to let those arms gently go towards the foot bar. Exhale. Nod the chin, round and curl, drawing yourself all the way up. Keep those feet attached to the headrest. Find that tall sit at the top. Let's do the same thing. Inhale. Lean back. Good. Now you're going to start to curl that tailbone, that lumbar spine. Like gear wheels, I want you to really curl that spine all the way down and then gently let those arms come up and overhead as you look overhead. Exhale. Nod the chin, round and curl, drawing that belly button up towards the spine as we roll all the way up, finding that tall sit at the top. Let's go 2 more just like that. Lean back. Okay, we find that dowel through the spine, right? We just lean on that dowel. Now we curl. Tailbone, low back, mid back, all the way down, keeping the ribs closed as much as possible. We go for that slight back extension. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine. Draw yourself all the way up. Keep those feet connected. One more like that. And then we're going to start to get into the lower half. We're going to lean back, curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, slow and controlled all the way down. And on your exhale, you're going to nod the chin, round the spine. Draw yourself all the way up. Find that tall sit. Okay, now from here, we're going to roll down and stay down. But before we do that, I want you to have a little bit more space on your box. So scoot forward or scoot more towards the rear, okay, so that you have more space on the box. Okay, we're going to lean back. Let's lean back that 2 inches. Hold. We're going to curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back. And we're going to come all the way down. And once your mid back is connected to the box, I want you to bring your hands behind your head. Interlace those fingers, thumbs long down the back of the neck. All right, so you've got that cradle for the skull. All right, and we're going to stay in this ab curl. All right, so I want you to make sure that you're intentionally lifting the tips of the shoulder blades. Elbows stay wide. Okay, from here, keeping the ribs closed and that belly button drawn up and in, we're going to lift the legs. All right, so both knees, keep your legs bent. Knees are going to come up and over the hips. And then we're going to exhale as we bring them back down. Good. Let's switch that breath. I actually like it better. Exhale. Bring those knees up. There we go. Inhale. Lower the knees or lower the feet towards the headrest. Exhale. Belly button up and in. Draw those knees in, up over the hips. That's as far as they're going. Not over my belly button. The knees stop over my hips. And then I lower those feet towards the headrest. 2 more. Draw those knees up on that exhale. Hold. And then lower those feet back to the headrest with control. You've got 1 more. Draw those knees up and over the hips. And lower them back down to the headrest. Now we've got 1 more. But we're going to hold it up this time. So you're going to exhale. Draw those knees up towards over the hips. Hold. Okay, my feet have been flexed. I'm going to take them to pointed now because I'm not going to bring them back down to my headrest. I want you to make sure that your low back is grazing the box. All right, you've got a neutral pelvis, a neutral spine. Pull that belly button up and in. All right, we've got that little bit of an ab curl. On your inhale, you're going to glue the legs together. Okay, and we're going to lengthen both legs out towards the rear and draw the knees back over the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull back. Okay, so I want you to glue the legs together so you have a little more strength through the midline. Okay, inhale. Exhale, pull back. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Last 3. Inhale. Exhale, keep that ab curl. If at any point you feel the need to reset and bring those legs down, you can do that. Okay, you do what you need to do. You can always pause me, right? And come right back. On your next one, you're going to inhale and hold those legs out there. And now we're going to do a little straddle. We're going to open and close. Pull the knees in. Okay, inhale, open, close, pull the knees in. 4 more like that. Inhale, open, close. This is right about when you need that grit. So I want you to find it. Inhale, open, closed, pull it back. 2 more. Keep that low back on the box. Inhale, open, close, pull it back. Now, if straight legs is too much, you can always open bent knees. Okay, that's another option. Inhale, open, close, and pull it back. Now, last and final layer, we're going to do a little bicycle. All right, so you're going to rotate to the right as the left leg extends. Come back through center. Rotate to the left as the right leg extends. Come back through center. Whew. So the carriage isn't going to move because one leg keeps that carriage stationary, right? Rotate to the left. You want to think about your shoulder going towards that strapped thigh, not the elbow. Keep the elbow wide. rotate and come back through center. 2 more each side. To the left and come back through center. Good. To the right and come back through center. Good. To the left and come back. To the right and come back. Now, to the left, you're going to hold. To the left and hold and pulse it. Pulse it. I want you to think about the shoulder getting 1 inch closer and 1 inch further away. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back through center to the right. Here we go. Twist and pulse it. Pulse it. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull the knees in. Hug them. Whoo, and come all the way up. Come all the way up. Oh my goodness. Right? Little bit of grit right in the first sequence, but we did it. We did it. Okay, so take off your left strap. Okay? That left long loop, you're going to hang it up. We're going to keep the right one. Now, like I said, it's deep abs today. Deep. Okay, so we're going right into another sequence. It's going to be a little different. Okay, know after this, the sequence changes drastically. Okay, so you won't have the same movement patterns. So we're going to roll back again. So I want you to make sure you're towards the edge of the box. You're going to hug your right leg with the strap as you roll back. Okay, so keep that right knee in and you're going to roll back. I know one leg is strapped and one leg is not. Okay, now we hugged that knee as we rolled back just for support. Now we're going to find tabletop with both legs. So my right knee is going to find a 90-degree angle, pointed toe. Left leg's going to come up, same exact thing. Legs are separated for this one. I'm going to bring my hands behind my head. Okay, so let's find that cradle again. Interlace those fingers, thumbs long down the back. Let's find that ab curl. So you're going to exhale and curl, okay? So you feel the engagement of that front wall, right? The low back is on the box. Now we're going to lengthen the left leg out. Left leg straight out. Right leg is going to extend straight up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to scissor, all right? So my right leg is going to go down as my left leg goes up, and then I'm going to switch. And then I'm going to switch. Good, and we're holding this ab curl as we scissor. Those inner thighs just bypass one another, all right? They just graze the midline, all right? Hang on nice and smooth, no jerky motions. All right, you're here for 4, and we're going to add a little twist in 3, and bring it up. Last 2. Whoo! Hang on to that ab curl. Last 1. Now this time, you're going to twist to the right, so you're twisting your left shoulder towards that strapped leg, and then back to center as you switch the legs, right? Twist to the right, only to the right, and then center as you switch, okay? Right, the right leg is up and we're twisting that left shoulder. Come back to center, left leg is up, right leg is down. Okay, twist for 4. Come back through center. Twist for 3, because we're gonna do this again with the other leg, okay? Last 2, but not till later. Switch. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold your twist, bring that right leg up and hold it. Reach that left set of fingers for those right toes and pulse. 8, 7, think about your ribs getting closer to your to your right knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hug your knees one more time and come all the way up. Oh, holy moly. Okay, I forgot what was next, so I had to take a peek. All right. You're going to keep the strap that's on your right thigh. I want you to keep that strap, but take it off. Okay, so take the strap off, hang on to it. You're going to have the long loop in your right hand. Okay, now we're going to turn to the left and lay down on our left forearm. Okay, now this one's a little bit cramped. Okay, so depending on height, this can be, I've done this though with very tall people, so don't worry. I know I'm short, but don't worry, tall people can do it too. Okay, so your left elbow is underneath your left shoulder, right at the front edge of that box. My knees are curled up, like I'm lounging on the couch, right? But we're not quite there, but that's okay. All right, so my knees are stacked and my hips are stacked. Now I know you have the strap that's behind you, not in front of you, and that's good. Okay, it's going to provide a little extra resistance. Now, the right arm, you've got the long loop the long loop around your right hand. We're going to hang on to it because we're going to do a bicep curl. So I want you to lift out of that left shoulder, lengthen on both sides of the waistline. Right palm is up, right off the shoulder. And we're going to curl, bicep curl. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Now, I know it's heavy, right? You're on one blue. This is something we typically do on one yellow. So if you need to, or one white. If you need to change down to that extra light spring, you go ahead and do that, okay? But if you can stay on this one blue, we won't be here forever. We have 3 layers, okay? It's going to involve some twisting, so you're going to get more strength from the core coming. All right now it's pretty isolated to that bicep. You're here for 4 more. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Try to keep that arm nice and long, including the wrist. Okay, keep that wrist nice and straight. Last 2. Exhale, curl. Length on both sides of that waist. Good, hang on. Last 1. Curl and hold this one curled. Okay, now from here, we're going to add an overhead reach. And we're going to twist at the same time. So it's going to look like this. You're going to take that palm face down, and you're going to inhale as you take that right arm up and overhead. Look at your springs. Exhale, come back to that bicep curl and square off your shoulders. Okay, inhale, overhead reach and twist. Isolate that twist to the waist and the rib basket. Exhale, pull it back. So that's how we get into those transverse abdominal muscles, right? Inhale, 4 more. Reach. Exhale, square off the shoulders. Bring it back to that bicep curl. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Now, when things get tough like this, I think about executing one at a time. Okay, here we go. 2 more. Inhale, reach, one at a time. Pause in the movement. Wait, when you find that end range, I want you to pause and really feel that connection. Last one, you're going to hold this one. Inhale, reach and hold. Okay, so you're twisted. I'm looking at my springs. My palm is facing the floor. I'm going to bend my right elbow into a W, half of a W, and I'm going to press it away. Whoo! Bend it like a W and press it away. Can you give me 2 more? Bend and press. Oh boy, last one. Bend and press and bring it all the way down. Oh, I muscled that one out for sure, for sure. Okay, come on up, hang up that strap. All right, we're coming into some prone work. You're going to like this one. I enjoy this one anyway. A little bit of upper body jumping. So you're going to kneel on your box facing the foot bar. You're going to come all the way down onto your tummy. So for this one, I'm going to move my mic so you can continue to hear me. All right, you want to make sure that your chest is off the box. So pecs, chest off the box. Your ribs are on the box, nice and stable, and your legs are long off the hips. Okay, so point those toes. My legs are separated because they're right underneath my hips. Your heels of your hand are going to come to the foot bar, shoulder width apart. Okay, I'm going to relax my fingers so that they're not gripping the bar. Now, from here, I'm going to lengthen all the way out. So on my inhale, I'm going to press away from the foot bar and hold. So I want to think about length through the back body. All right, my core is engaged, so I've got my belly button pulled up and in. I'm not just relaxing on the box. I feel very strong, like I would in a plank. Okay, now from here, we're just going to do a few where we bend our elbows. So you're going to allow your elbows to bend wide on your exhale. Inhale, press away from the foot bar. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. 2 more like that. And then we're going to start to leave the foot bar. Those legs are strong, so I want you to make sure that those legs back there are not sloppy on the box, right? They're really strong. I'm pointing those toes. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Now this time, we're going to leave the foot bar. So on your inhale, make sure your eyes are on the springs. You're going to leave. Inhale. Exhale, catch and land. Inhale. Exhale, catch and land. Good. So no extra back extension, right? I'm just holding a nice strong body. Belly button's pulled up and in. Good. And I'm thinking about that inhale as I leave, just like I would if I was jumping with my feet, right? Inhale. Exhale, land. Good. Inhale. Exhale, land. 4 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Good. 3. And land. Good. You got 2. We're going to add some upper body movement. Good. Last one like this. Now the next time you jump, you're going to add a tap of the back of your head. So it's going to look like this. You're going to inhale, tap the back of the head, come back and land. Inhale, tap and land. So I'm tapping my hands behind my head, kind of like that airplane position we hold in an ab curl, right? Inhale, tap, back and land. Inhale, feel that back body start to light up. Good. Inhale, exhale, land. You've got 4 more. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, last 3. And land. 2 more. Nice quick tap and we land. Good. Last 1. Now we're going to add a hamstring kick. Right leg first. So you're going to leave arm strong, kick the right leg in. Good. Now the left leg, kick. Good. So arms stay long this time for that jump. We're focusing on those legs and curling through the hamstring. Okay, keep your toes pointed for this one. Good. Little quick kick. And bring it back. Lengthening the quad. Inhale, leave. Exhale, land. Kick. Good. 2 more each side. Right leg, kick. And land. Left leg, kick. And land. Last one on the right. Kick. And land. Last one on the left. Kick. And land. You have 1 more layer. We're going to take those arms to a T and back to land. Inhale to a T and back to land. Good. Hold on to this. I know those upper body's getting tired. Good. T and come back. 4 more. Inhale. Find that T and come back. Last 3. T and come back. 2 more. Inhale. Fly and come back. Last 1. And bring it back and come all the way up. Whoo! Off that tummy. Thank goodness. You're going to stay on your knees on that box. All right. Now, this one's going to get a little aggressive on that bar. We're going to work on star. Okay, we're going to start in a plank. Star is an advanced move. So if you feel uncomfortable on that one blue spring, okay, it's going to give you support. However, you're going to feel resistance at the same time. If you feel uncomfortable or uneasy, I don't want you to open up to star. I want you to stay in your plank. Okay, so we will have a midway point. We're going to hit both sides at the same time, though. So hands are going to come onto that foot bar. Your knees are at the front edge of the box. Okay, from here, we're going to turn those toes under. All right, make sure all 10 fingers are on the front side of the foot bar. That's going to help alleviate the wrist. Okay, from here, we're going to take it out to a plank. So we're going to lift those knees up on an inhale. Inhale, take it all the way back out to that plank and hold. Okay, now, you're already going to feel the resistance of that one blue spring. I want you to make sure your feet are as wide as your box, so you have a nice base of support. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, over the foot bar. Okay, from here, we're going to bend both knees. They stop under the hips like we're in a 4-point kneel, and then we're going to inhale as we take it out. Exhale, bend both knees, stop them under your hips. That way the femur gets sucked up into the pelvis. Inhale, take it out. 4 more. Bend the knees. Inhale, extend. I want you to keep that nice flat back. So I want you to think about crown of head, reaching away from that tailbone. Last 2. Bend and extend. Keep that belly button pulled up and in. Keep the ribs closed, right? And extend. Now you're going to hold this plank. We're going to take our left hand. This is where we're going to move into star. We're going to open to the right. Now, if you feel uncomfortable, you stay here, okay? You're going to take your left hand to the center of the foot bar, okay, right to the midline. From here, we're going to rotate our feet to the right, or our toes to the right, and we're going to open up into star, okay? And we're going to hold it right here. Just for a second, hold. Okay, now you're going to keep your inner thighs together. We're going to go for a knee bend. So we're going to bend both knees. Inner thighs stay together. extend. 3. Bend and extend. Good. Last 2. Bend and extend. Last 1. Bend and extend. Come back through center. Bring the right hand to the foot bar. Rotate your feet. Find your plank. Okay, we're back at center. All right, so everybody was holding here, right? If you needed to reset, you could reset. We're going to do 6 push-ups on this bar. Okay, so on your exhale, you're going to bend both elbows. You're going to go as low as you feel comfortable, and then you're going to press back up. If it's a mini bend of those elbows, that works just fine. Inhale, press. 4 more. Exhale, bend the elbows wide. Think about the collarbone, chasing the elbow. Last 3, bend, inhale, press, 2 more. Exhale, bend, inhale, press. Last 1, you can do this. Bend and press and hold. Okay, now you could always do those on your knees. All right, so if that was just not manageable, knees can be on the box and you can reset to try that. Your right hand is gonna come to the center. Okay, we're gonna open up to star the other side. You're going to rotate those feet to the left, and we're going to open up to star. Whew, here we go. Okay, one side is shakier than the other. I can feel it. All right, so line yourself up. All right, ribs stacked with that pelvis. We've got that right wrist underneath the shoulder. We're going to keep the inner thighs together as we bend and extend. Don't let those hips drop. Bend and extend. 2 more. Bend and extend. Last 1. Bend and extend. Bring your left hand down. Whew. Come back through center. Hold that plank for me. 8, 7. Keep those shoulders over the wrist. 6, 5. Pull that belly button up and in. 4. Last 3 and 2. And bring your knees all the way in. Whoo, roll out those wrists. I know that was a lot. It was a lot, but we did it, and we don't do that one again. All right, so you're going to lay on your back. Lay on your back. Now, before you lay down, okay, we're seated facing the foot bar. You want to grab your straps, because once you lay down, you're not going to be able to get them. So let's get them now. Let's get them now. Okay, you're going to lie all the way down. So scoot forward. Whoa, finding my breath. Scoot forward and lie back. Okay, so you want to make sure, I didn't scoot forward enough, that you're pretty forward so that you have space for your back on that box. Okay, your head is not going to have support, but we're not going to be here forever. You want short loops in your hands, legs in tabletop, and I want you to bring your arms up and over your chest. Okay, now, in this position, we're going to glue the elbows and the triceps by our side. Okay, palms are facing the box, facing down. Okay, and we're going to hold tabletop. Now, I would like you to keep your inner thighs separated, but if you need the strength of the midline, glue them together. Okay, from here, we're going to start by bending our elbows. Okay, this is start position right here. We're going to extend for a tricep press. So keep your ab curl. Inhale, arms go down and legs go long. Exhale, bring it back. Good. 5 more like that. Arms down, legs long. Exhale, bring it back. 4. Extend and bend. Last 3. Extend and bend. You've got 2 more. Extend and bend. 1 more. It's an inhale and an exhale. Now I'm going to ask you to extend and hold it. Okay, so on your inhale, you're going to extend and hold. Now just the arms. Bend and extend. Good. Bend and extend. Good. You've got 6 and extend. Last 5. I know we feel the head and neck. Hang on. We're working on those neck extensor muscles at the same time. 4. Good. Last 3. Hang on. You've got 2. Last 1. And bring your knees in. Whew. and come all the way up. Oh, you've got nowhere for your feet, so just be careful as you come on up. All right, we're going to hang up those straps. Actually, no, I'm sorry, don't hang up your straps. We're going to do some arm circles. Okay, so we're going to stay seated for this one. So for this one, I want you to scoop back so you're about mid-box. Now, the closer you are to the foot bar on your box, the harder this is going to be. Okay, so you want to find a spot that works for you. We are going to use the long loops. So we're straddling our box. I want you to get to a place where you have a pretty 90-90 knee bend, all right, so that your feet are not under your butt. I want you to plant your feet nice and flat on the sides of the carriage that you have left, all right, surrounding the box. Now I want you to use your inner thighs and pelvic floor to squeeze the shins or the calves against the box. So I want you to hug the box with your legs. Okay, now your arms. We're going to start with arm circles. So your arms are going to come down by your side in those long loops, palms facing the foot bar. On your inhale, we're seated on our sitting bones. We're nice and tall. We're going to bring those arms all the way out and around and circle them forward towards the foot bar, down and back. Now your arms are going to come behind you slightly, but I want you to make sure that you keep the ribs closed and them stacked over the pelvis. The ribs should be stacked over the pelvis. So no tilting forward or leaning back. I want you to really hold on to that nice strong posture. Hugging the box with your legs. Inhale up and around. Exhale at the bottom. Big inhale. Up and around. Exhale as they come down. Good. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale up and around. Feel that core really kick in as you pull those straps around. Last 2. Inhale up and around. Good. 1 more in this direction, but we're going to go both ways. Okay, on your next one, you're going to bring your arms down. Now we're going forward first. So you're going to bring your arms all the way forward, up and over as they come down and back. Good. Again, keep that tall posture. Forward, up and over, and down. Good. And one way may feel drastically different than the other. For me, it's a little bit easier to go back. Good. Inhale up. Exhale as you bring it back. 3 more. 3 more. And we're going to work a little bit more on those biceps. Inhale up and around. Good. Last 2. Inhale. Finding the mobility at the top of the shoulder. Right? We worked a lot of strength right now with those stars. Inhale up and around. Good. And bring it down by your side. Now your elbows are going to bend. 90-degree bend, palms up. Like we're offering. I want you to remember to intention in on the box with your inner thighs and pelvic floor. I know your inner thighs aren't on the box, but I want you to pretend they are and squeeze that box, okay? Palms are up. From here, we're going to take our elbows and we're going to hinge them up in front of our shoulders. So kind of think of like a Barbie doll her arms are bent, right? And they don't open up. That's how we're going to stay. We're going to keep these bent arms as we pick the elbows up in front of the shoulder. And then we're going to exhale as we bring them back by our side. Inhale, pick those elbows up. Exhale, bring them back by our side. Okay, so you're holding that bicep curl, and we're stopping those elbows right in front of the shoulder. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 4 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come into some bicep extensions in 2. Inhale and exhale. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold that one up there and give me tiny little pulses, right? Fingertips get a little closer to the ceiling for 6, 5. Keep the elbows in front of the shoulder. 4, 3, 2. Now right here, you're going to bring your elbows back to your waist. Okay, reset. Make sure that collarbone is wide. You're still hugging the box. Okay, tall, tall sit. On your inhale, you're going to deliver those straps forward for an offering or a bicep extension. Exhale, pull your elbows in. Now we're going to externally rotate. So you're going to swivel from the top of the shoulder so that your arms are at a 45 and we bicep extend right there. Wide V. Exhale, bring it back. Let's go back to parallel. Deliver those arms forward. Exhale, bring it back. Hug that box. Externally rotate. Inhale, extend. Now on that external rotation, it's not a huge range of motion, right? I know we really like big ranges of motion. We like big movement, right? And sometimes we don't get that satisfaction on these small things. But I want you to find your rotation. Less is more sometimes, because the rest of your body, I don't want it to change. Okay, so I want you to think about really isolating the movement. Everything is working to stabilize. So that's where that core is the powerhouse, right? It keeps everything else nice and stable. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, bring it back. Externally rotate and deliver. Good, you got 2 more. We're gonna go back to parallel right here and deliver. Exhale, bring it back. Externally rotate and deliver. Good, 1 more each. Okay, back to parallel. Bring it forward. Remember those elbows, they stop at your waistline. They don't come behind it. They stop right at the side seam, because then we overstress the shoulder. Okay, bring it back to parallel and let go of those, release those straps. Right, maybe let those arms hang back there a little bit. That feels nice to open up the chest and the shoulder. All right, we're gonna do that sideline bicep curl. So the strap that's on your right or in your right hand, you're gonna keep that strap. Hang up the other one, hang up the left one, and now pass that strap to your left hand. Okay, so pass it right behind your back. You're gonna turn to the left, and we're gonna come down onto our right forearm. So right forearm on the box, you're gonna curl up like we're lounging and relaxing, even though this is anything but that. And then we're gonna take that left arm and extend it palm up. Okay, now from here, I want you to find length on the right waistline and the left. Draw that belly button up and in, stack the knees, stack the ankles, stack the hips. Right elbow is under that shoulder. Here we go. We're gonna exhale as we go for that bicep curl. Inhale as we open up at the elbow. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Good, nice and controlled. 6. Just like this. Now remember, we're gonna add that twist. Okay, you got 5 right here. No momentum. There's no momentum. This is all controlled movement. We're isolating the bicep pretty decent right here. Okay, the core is controlling the pelvis and the shoulder girdle. Last 3. Inhale, extend. Good, you got 2. Curl and extend. Now we're gonna get more strength from that left waistline when we start to twist. Okay, so on your next one, you're gonna hold that bicep curl. Hold it for me. Okay, now palm is facing down. We're gonna press and twist. So on your inhale, you're gonna look at the springs and press that left arm up and overhead. Exhale, bring it back to that bicep curl. 5 more like that. Inhale, extend and reach and twist. And bring it back. Woo! Last 4, press and twist. Exhale, bring it back, square off that shoulder girdle. 3 more. Inhale, press and twist through that rib basket. Exhale, bring it back. Now remember what I said, when it gets hard, you execute one at a time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. And I don't want you to race. We're not racing through this. Good, next one. Inhale, you're gonna hold this one. Hold it. Okay, 4 times we're gonna press into that W. Exhale, bend that left elbow. Inhale, press. 3. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. You've got 2 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press, tighten that core. It's gonna help you. Last one. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. And bring it all the way back down. Whoo! And come on up. That's a toughie. Not gonna lie. Hang up that strap. All right, we're coming into that single leg scissor. So you're actually gonna get that strap right back. We're gonna turn and face the rear, okay? Your feet are on the headrest. That strap that we just hung up, we're actually gonna take it right back. So that left strap, you're gonna put around your left thigh. Okay, remember we did this in the beginning, so we're hitting it again. The nice thing about this flow today is I'm not saving it all to the end. We kind of find quicker loop of sequences. So from here, you're gonna sit forward on your box, hug that left knee, and slowly roll back. Now make sure you're pretty forward on that box so you've got some space to support you on the box. Okay, now I know the head, neck, and shoulders feel this. That is not bad. We are working on those neck extensor muscles at the same time. So keep that knee in. All right, from here, you're gonna find tabletop with both legs. Okay, hands are gonna come behind the head, so find that cradle. Interlace those fingers, thumbs long down the back of the neck. Find one ab curl for me. So we're gonna exhale, curl, and hold. Space between your chin and chest. We are never yanking on the neck, head and neck. We're tractioning it out and back. Okay, left leg with the strap. Lengthen it straight up towards the ceiling. Right leg is gonna lengthen all the way forward for the rear. Okay, from here, we're gonna stay through center with our upper body, but our legs are gonna scissor. Switch. Good, and switch. Nice and smooth. So I want you to try to not make this a jerky movement, right? I want you to try to make it nice and smooth. So as one leg is going down, the other leg is coming up. And then they switch. And I want you to think about your inner thighs just bypassing one another. So you're strong through the midline, right? Your low back is on the box. Good. If that strap starts to slip, which I know it does, it gets annoying, just move it back up. Good. Hang on. You're here for 4 and switch. Last 3 and switch. Good. You've got 2 and switch. Last 1 and switch. Now we're going to add the twist. So we're going to start with that left leg up. We're going to twist to the left with our right elbow or right shoulder. And then we're going to switch and come back through center, right leg up. Okay? Twist to the left. Twist towards your strap leg only. And then come back through center as you switch. Twist to the left. Good. Back through center. Twist to the left. So you're thinking about your right ribs and your right shoulder getting closer to that left inner thigh. You're here for 4. And twist. Good. Last 3. And twist. You've got 2. And twist. Oh, there goes my strap. Last 1. And twist. Now hold your twist. Reach your right fingers towards your left toes. And pulse. You're thinking about the ribs getting closer to the knee. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hug your knees. Whoo, and come all the way up. Oh, at least we have the headrest for our feet right there. That's not too bad. All right, we're going to come into a boat and teaser move. Okay, so I love this one, but it is challenging. All right, so I'm going to talk about it as we go through. You're going to hang on to your short loops. I think I planned short loops. Yes, I did. Okay, so you're going to sit really forward on that box again. So don't worry, if your heels are on the headrest, that's perfect. Okay, don't worry about planting your feet for this one because we're going to be rolling back. Okay, now from here, catching my breath. Palms are up off those shoulders, okay? We're going to roll back. All right, so on your inhale, starting in that tall sit, remember, we're going to lean back to get off the sitting bones. Okay, now we're going to curl the low back and the mid back and the upper back, and we're going to stay in an ab curl as we invite both legs up into tabletop. Okay, now from here, I want you to glue your elbows down onto the box again, like we did before, but this time your palms are up. Okay, we're going to start with a bicep curl. So again, legs are separated, but if you bring them together, that's going to give you a little stronger connection through the midline. So you find what's right for you. Okay, from here, we're going to do some bicep curls. So on your exhale, you're going to curl through the bicep. Inhale, extend. All right, so this is where you feel the head, neck, and shoulders, right? Hang on. All right, hang on. Good, you've got 6. Curl. I'm sorry, 4. Let's do 4 here because we're going to add the legs. Last 3, curl. Your low back is on the box, right? You've got 2 more of just the bicep curl, and then we're going to add the legs. Okay, last 1 like this. Okay, on your next one, you're gonna open up those elbows, and now we're gonna curl and drive the legs out at the same time. You can glue your inner thighs together for this one. Bring it back. Okay, curl and extend, and bring it back. 2 more, because then those arms are gonna go overhead. So we're gonna keep flowing through this. Okay, last one. Okay, now right here, you're gonna take those arms into a bicep curl as you extend those legs, and you're gonna reach the arms up and overhead. That's boat right there. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, open up your bicep curl. Whoo! We got 3. Curl and extend to boat hold. Hold it. Belly button's up and in, ribs are closed, and then bring it back. You've got 2 more. I know we feel the head and neck. Hang on. 2 more. Inhale, extend, because then we're going to pull to teaser. Okay, bring it back. Last one. Extend to boat and hold. And now from here, you're going to slowly make sure you've got room on the box to pull yourself all the way up to teaser. That's going to relieve the head and neck. All right, so that's going to feel nice. Open up the collarbone. Reach those legs nice and long. Your knees can also be bent if that feels stronger, okay? And then we're going to slowly roll back. Roll back to tabletop and hold your bicep curl. Okay, same thing. Extend to boat and now slowly roll up to teaser. Whoo! Relaxing the head and neck. All right, that feels good. All right, 2 more like that. 2 more. Come on, we can do this. Roll back slow, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Okay, extend to boat. Inhale and extend. And now pull yourself up, up. Slow. Control it, right? It should feel shaky. That's good. Think about lifting your ribs up out of your pelvis like someone's giving you the Heimlich, right? If you didn't have that, I know you don't know the feeling, right? And then roll back, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Okay, last one. Inhale, reach to boat. And roll up to teaser. Hold for me, hold. 8, 7, open up your chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and put your feet down. Oh, whoo. Okay, I know we feel here. Okay, so give yourself a quick little shoulder roll. We'll relax that, relieve that tension. Okay, we don't feel that too much. No, you're pretty much out of that at this point. Okay, we're gonna do some bicep curls right here. So stay in this position, but I want you to scoop back a little bit on your box so that your feet are a little more planted flat on the headrest. Okay, we're gonna sit tall again. Find that tall sit right on top of the tips of your sitting bones. Find your short loops, okay? And we're gonna take those arms to chest height, palms up. Okay, so shoulders down your back, open up that collarbone wide, pull that belly button up and in. All right, from here, we're gonna exhale, keeping the elbows lifted. We're gonna curl at the bicep on that exhale. Inhale, open up the elbow. So on this one, we're curling to a 90-degree bend. Exhale, bend at the elbow, stop it right when the wrists are over the elbows, and inhale, open that back up. Okay, exhale, curl, shoulders are away from your ears, all right? We're thinking about the feeling in both the right and left waistline as we curl. Exhale, curl, feel the waistline, pull that belly button up and in on that exhale. Inhale, open it back up. You've got 4 more. Exhale, curl through the bicep. Inhale, open it up. Last 3, exhale, curl. Inhale, release. You've got 2 more. Curl and release. On your next one, you're gonna hold that bicep curl. Curl and hold. Okay, now right from here, we're gonna pulse those elbows 1 inch up and down, just like we did before. Pulse those fingertips a little closer to the ceiling. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and bring it all the way down. All right, we're gonna come into chest expansion. So for chest expansion, you stay rear facing, but we're gonna be on top of this box. So hang on to your straps. You're gonna kneel on your box in a high kneel position. So for this one, the further you are, or the closer you are to the foot bar back there, the harder this is going to be. So for me, a good position on this, or where I feel like it's just the perfect amount of difficulty, my toes are going to hang off the back side of the box. Okay, so that's a nice spot for me. I'm going to grab onto my short loops. Remember, when we grab the short loops, long loops are always an option. Okay, it's going to make things a little less aggressive, not much, but a little. All right, now in this high kneel position, you want to make sure that your knees are separated and directly under your hips, so like you're standing up. Sternum over pubic bone, so you are nice and tall. Ribs over pelvis, so there's no tucking of the pelvis and squeezing the booty. Relax the booty. Think about a neutral pelvis, okay? Pull that belly button up and in. All right, now from here, we're gonna take those straps right to the side seam. So my thumbs are at the side of my body. This is start right here. Now in chest expansion, you wanna press behind you to open up that chest. So on your inhale, we're going to take those palms towards the foot bar. Exhale, bring them back to the side seam. Okay, inhale, press towards the foot bar. Exhale, back to the side seam. Okay, so nice and smooth, no momentum. This is an easy one to start to whip the straps, okay? Or start to tilt forward and lean back. I don't want you to do that either. All right, you got 4 more. You're stopping your thumbs right at your side seam. That way, you're continuously holding on to tension in the straps. Last 3. Inhale. Exhale, back to the side seam. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. On your next one, you're going to hold it back there. So we're going to inhale, hold it back there, and give me tiny little pulses. So an 1/8 inch in and an 1/8 inch back. 1/8 inch forward, 1/8 inch back. Tiny. Good, you're here for 6. Good, for 5. Whoo, I'm shaky. For 4, pull that belly button up and in. Last 3, use the strength of the core. 2. Okay, now right here, you're going to relax those arms. We're going to bring the arms into a 90-degree bend. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to have my palms facing my midline, so facing in, and elbows right at the waist. We're going to hinge our sits bones back. Okay, so we're going to hinge at the pelvis. You're going to reach your sitting bones back for your heels and find that little tilt of the torso. Still, ribs stacked over your pelvis. So no popping the booty and dropping the tummy, or tucking the tailbone and curling the tummy. Okay, I want you to keep a nice flat back, ribs over hips. Okay, here we go. You're in a 90-degree bend at those elbows. We're going to do what I call scarecrow arms. So we're going to take our arms and we're going to open them into a wide V, but we're going to open our palms out and back. So my palms are facing the foot bar, but I'm in a wide V. So I swing at the elbow, right? And then I bring it back to that 90-degree bend. Inhale, swing them out, swing them low and out, and then back in low, okay? So I'm taking my palms and I'm pressing them out and back, opening that V, and then bringing them right back to start. Nothing changes at the pelvis and the hips. I feel the broadening at my sitting bones and through my glutes. My belly button pulled up and in, so my core is engaged, right? I feel a strong waistline connect as I swing those arms out. And then I pull them back. Now I say swing, right? But everything is controlled. Inhale, palms out and back. Exhale, bend at the elbow, bring them in. 4 more. Out and back. Exhale, bring them in. Notice how I pause, right? That pausing is important at that end range. Pause and connect. Where do you feel it? And then come back, right? Last 3. Inhale, pause and connect. And then bring it back. 2 more. The more you can start to connect with your body and where you're feeling it, the more you learn these movement patterns, the more the mind and muscle connection becomes real. Good. Bring it back. Now on your next one, you're going to hold it. Okay, so we're going to take those scarecrow arms out and back, hold, and you're going to pulse back. Pulse back for 8, 7. Feel that right and left waistline. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And bring it all the way down. Whoo! And the triceps, right? I didn't mention the triceps. I kept mentioning the core, but I figured you probably were feeling the triceps. Okay, we're going to do a really fun one now. This is a total experimental move. I've done it, I've practiced it, I like it, so I wanna see if you like it. So we're gonna stay on the box rear facing, but we're gonna be in a 4-point kneel. Now I'm gonna, even though I had you hang up those straps, I'm gonna ask you to grab them back again. Sorry. And the long loops are gonna come around your wrists. So not in your hand, you're not gripping them, they're just hung up around your wrists like a watch. Okay, now your hands are gonna come to the front edges of the box, and you're just gonna wrap the sides of the box. So my thumbs are on the top and my fingers are down the side. I'm gonna get those knees so that they're directly underneath my hips, so I'm in a really nice quadruped position. All right, now, from here, we're gonna do what I call the pommel horse. So I want you to imagine gymnastics for this move, right? We've all watched the pommel horse in the Olympics, right? We watch gymnastics. It's such a fun one to watch. Anyway, we're gonna do that ourselves. So we're gonna open our knees. Open your knees as wide as the box. Let your instep of your foot come together. Okay, so we're in a little triangle with our knees and our feet. Now from here, your upper body is gonna support you as you swing your legs out to the sides. You're gonna straddle the box, point the toes. Notice how my upper body is holding me. My inner thighs are imprinting on the box, okay? And then I'm gonna use my core to bend my knees and pull my feet up and back. So my knees are back under my hips where I started, okay? So you're gonna open up your knees as wide as the box. Feet come together. Let your feet come off the sides of the box. Let your legs swing out. Support yourself with your upper body. So the more you can let your feet come forward, the more you're gonna find that little supported lift from the upper body. Collarbone wide, and then we're gonna pull the knees back, feet up onto the box, and lift back to that 4-point kneel. Okay, so I'm using my feet to get my knees back up on the box, but it's ultimately the core, okay? So we're gonna open up the knees, instep of the foot come together. Let the legs swing outside the box, inner thighs imprint the box, but the more I get used to this, the more I wanna try to lift my legs away from the box. Elbows are soft but straight, okay? Then I take my feet back, hook them on the box, and pull my knees under my hips with my core. All right, 4 more just like that. Open the knees, swing out, support yourself with that upper body. All right, the first one's a little scary, but now we're getting good. Pull those feet up and back, knees under the hips. Whew, 3 more. Knees out, feet in. Open up, pommel horse, that box. Okay, nice and tall, big lift from that upper body. Core is engaged to pull those feet up and back, knees under the hips. 2 more. This is our only layer. Feet together, knees open. Come around the box, hold. Pull those feet up and back, knees under the hips. Find your 4-point kneel, last one. Knees open, feet together. This is a good one to revisit if you just want to play with it, right? And keep trying. Good, and bring those legs up and back and find your 4-point kneel. Woo-wee. Okay, that was fun. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Hang up your straps. Let's turn around. We're at the very end. We're getting really close. The last 2 sequences are happening now. So we're going to do a little rollback sequence. Let's get our feet underneath that foot strap. So if you don't have it on, now's the time you want it. All right, we're still on that one blue, but we will be taking it off after this, okay? Sit forward on your box. We're going to roll back. All right, so right now, my feet are under that foot strap, and I've got tension on the foot strap. So my feet are as wide as my hips, right off my knee. Okay, I want to make sure that the foot strap is taut, but I'm going to try not to overly rely on it. Okay, we want to rely on the core. So nice tall sit again. All right, we're going to sit nice and tall. Roll those shoulders down your back. Find that sternum over pubic bone, sitting right on top of the sitting bones. Arms are going to reach off the chest, palms in. Broaden that collarbone. We're going to start with the roll. So hinging back first with a straight flat back, hinging to get off those sitting bones. Curling the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, and we're rolling all the way down to the tips of our shoulder blades touch, and then we're going to roll all the way back up, right on top of those sitting bones again. Hinge back 2 inches, curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back. We're coming down to the tops of the shoulder blades touch, and then we're rolling back up, pulling that belly button up and into the spine as we lift back to the tips of the sitting bones. 4 more. Hinge. Curl and roll, nice and slow. Good. Find that back connection, that mid-back connection on the box, and then draw yourself all the way up to that tall sit. Last 3, hinge. Curl at the tailbone, the low back, the mid-back. Whew. And then we're rolling all the way back up. Just the tips of the shoulder blades touch, right? Hinge, last one. Curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, tips of the shoulder blades touch, and then we roll back up on that exhale. All right, we're starting to go into some holds now. Now, there's a few layers here, so we're just going to power through. Here we go. We're going to hinge off those sitting bones. We're going to roll halfway. So tailbone, low back, and the start of the mid back, and we're going to hold right there. Okay, now from here, you're going to open those arms to a T and close them back to shoulder width. Open to a T, close them back to shoulder width. Now, when you open to that T, that's where the shake sets in, right? Inhale, open, long lever, right? Exhale, bring it back. Good. 3 more. Inhale, exhale off the shoulder. Good. Last 2. Inhale, exhale. On your next one, you're going to hold the T open, and we're going to twist. You're going to inhale to the left, exhale back to center. Inhale to the right, exhale back to center. And I want you to think about the ribs. Exhale to the left, rotating, but staying in line with your hips, right? Rotate to the right. Exhale through center. 2 more each side. Inhale to the left, exhale through center. Inhale to the right, exhale through center. Last 2. Inhale to the left, exhale through center. Last one to the right. We're going to reset. Inhale, exhale through center, and roll all the way back up. Whew. Okay. we got one more hold, although there was something in there I think I forgot to add. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, we'll do it now. So we got 2 layers coming up. This is the last hold. All right, so arms right back off the chest, collarbone wide. We're going to hinge back. Let's do it. Hinge back 2 inches, hold. We're going to curl at the tailbone, the low back, and the start of the mid back, and we're just going to hold it right there, that nice little tremble point. Okay, now our arms. My right arm is going to go up as my left arm goes down to tap the box, and then I switch. Now, the arm that goes up does not bypass my ear. It stays in front of my ear. I'm going to work at keeping the ribs closed and in line with my pelvis, right? Core is engaged, nice and strong, 360 degrees, right? Switch and switch. Last 4. Switch and switch. You've got 3. Switch and switch. We have 1 more layer. Last 2. Switch and switch. 1 more time. Switch and switch. Now, arms are right off the chest. My right arm is going to circle back as my left arm circles forward, up and around. Right arm back, left arm down. Good. Opposite arm circles. Whoo, 2 more on this side. Right arm up, left arm down. And switch, because we got the other side to do. Here we go. Left arm up, right arm down. And circle. Left arm up, right arm down. Keep that core engaged. Good. Switch, or bring it around. You've got 3. Left arm up, right arm down. And bring it around. 2 more. Woo! Good. Last 1. Bring your arms right off the chest and give me little pulses up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and roll it all the way up. Whoo-wee. Okay, last and final thing, and it's short, I promise. Let's take that yellow spring on now, or that white. You're extra light. You're going to put that yellow spring on first, and then take off your blue. Okay, so only 1 extra light spring. We're going to rear face on this one. Okay, guys, this is your last move, so you know it's the grand finale. Kneel on your box. You're going to crawl all the way. Notice how this box didn't move the whole time. Isn't that nice? Okay, your knees are at the very edge of the box, but on the box. My knees are hip width apart. My hands are going to come to the frame. We're going to plank, okay? But we're going to start on our knees. So a modified plank position, but you're a little bit inverted, right? So it's going to be a little more aggressive. The knees are going to stay hip width, but I want you to walk your hands forward so that your hips are open, so that you're in a modified plank with your toes relaxed, your shins down, and your knees on the box. Okay, keeping your knees engaged on the box, we're going to use our psoas on the right and left sides of our spine, and we're going to draw our knees under our hips on an exhale, and then we're going to inhale as we slowly release that. Exhale, draw the knees under the hips with your core. I want you to think about the psoas because that's what's pulling that in. And lengthen back out. You've got 4 more. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. You know, sometimes the words don't come out. The way I think there when I'm working, they come out weird, right? All warped and weird. Last 2. Exhale, knees under hips, broaden through the sitting bones. Inhale, release. This is your last one like this. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release, and hold. Okay, now you're going to come to your feet. So turn your toes under, okay, and come into a full plank on that box. Your heels are going to come together, but your toes are apart. So you're in first position. Heels together, toes apart. So you're making a V with your feet. All right, find that plank. Open up the hips. Nice, strong back. From here, you're going to froggy bend your knees. You're going to open up your knees as you pull the carriage in, knees under hips. Inhale, release. You have 5 like that. Exhale, froggy pull. Inhale, release. So your knees are opening, okay, as you pull that carriage in. And release. Whew, 3 more. Exhale, pull. Think about that tailbone reaching away from the crown of the head. Nice flat back. Last 2. Pull and release. Remember, this is your grand finale. On your next one, you're going to hold it, and we're going to pulse 1 inch out and in. Out and in. For 6, and pull. For 5, pull. 4, 1 inch out and in. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And bring it all the way out. Whew! And put your knees down. And crawl, crawl back to the box. Holy moly. All right, guys, you earned a little stretch if you can hang with me for just a few more minutes. Knees are wide. Okay, you're going to stay on the box right now. We're going to stay on the box the whole time. You're going to find a child's pose. So just reach your sitting bones back for the foot bar. Oh my goodness. And find your breath. My breath is gone. So I'm going to find it right now. We're going to use 2 inhale breaths, okay? So you're going to inhale. I want you to imagine the rib cage widening, okay? So inhale into your ribs. Let them get wide. And then exhale all that air out. One more time, just like that. Inhale into the rib basket. It goes wide. Exhale all that air out. Good. Now right here, we're going to come on up. I'm going to turn to my left. Turn to my left. And now my right leg is going to extend out over the headrest. Okay, now this is a little different. So I want you to kind of work with me here. We're going to be side bending and twisting, but I want your right leg to be strong and not sloppy like this, okay? So we're going to reach the right leg strong, point the toe. Your inner thigh is engaged on the edge of the box. Your left leg is in half lotus on the box, okay? Now, from here, we're going to side bend. So arms are long by the side. My left hand is going to stay at the edge of the box as my right arm lifts up and over my right ear. Okay, if your hand can reach the foot bar, it can also go there, okay? And you can reach that right arm up and over that right ear, lifting out of that left waistline as well. And then you're going to exhale back to center. And we're going to go the other way. Right arm lifts up and over towards the rear of the machine. That left bicep falls in line with my ear. And one more time, both sides. We're going to come back through center on that exhale. Left hand comes either to the edge of the box or to the foot bar. And you're going to take that right arm up and overhead for that long length out of that right waistline. Exhale back to center. Take that left arm up and over, finding lift, picking those ribs up out of the hips. and come right back through center. We're going to straddle that box and be forward facing. So turning to face the foot bar, legs open up so that you're straddling that box. Feet can be nice and planted on those little sides. And then I'm going to take my hands to the foot bar and I'm going to bow between my biceps as I reach away from the foot bar. Okay, I'm going to feel my inner thighs. They get a nice big stretch right here. I'm lengthening through the back body, hinging at the hips. Whew, opening up that low back as well, giving it a little bit of relief for 4. Last 3 and 2. Come all the way back up through center. Let's turn to the left. That right leg is going to be in half lotus. That left leg is going to be strong over the headrest. Inner thigh is engaged. So we're sitting tall on that right sitting bone. Okay, my right hand is going to come either to the edge of the box or to the foot bar. And I'm going to take that left arm up and over that left ear, finding nice length out of the left waistline. Hold it there. And breathe for 4, 3, 2. Come back through center. Let's take that right arm up and over that right ear. Finding length, picking this is where this side always feels like you get a bigger stretch, right? You're picking those ribs up out of the hips. It always feels so good. And breathe through it. Good, and let's go one more each side. Right hand's gonna come down to the edge of the box or the foot bar. Lengthen out of the left. Inhale, hold. Find that length, reset. Exhale all the way back through center. Right arm up and over that right ear. Finding that length and that lift. Good, bring it all the way back through center. And I know I had something else for you. No, I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry, brain freeze. Brain freeze. You're going to lie on your back. Last and final thing. Okay, I didn't want to end you single-sided. So you're going to lay all the way down on your box. All the way down. Okay, your mid-back's going to be connected. Maybe the shoulder blades are connected. That's fine. Bring your feet to the top of the foot bar. Hands are going to come behind your head. And I just want you to breathe right here. Cradling the skull. No ab curl. I want you to make sure that you have a neutral spine, a neutral pelvis. Let everything relax right here. You're going to press those legs all the way out to straight. Hold that nice long body. No extra ab curl, right? That core is still engaged to keep you with that neutral pelvis. Pulling that belly button up and in. Okay, now we're going to release the head. You're going to release the head. Take those arms wide all the way to the sides of the box with the pinky finger. And then all the way up and around. Exhale, bring them to the sides. Inhale, up and around. Last one. Exhale, bring them to the sides of the box. Inhale, up and around. Bring your hands back behind your head and 2 big breaths right here. Inhale into that rib cage. Exhale all that air out. Good, one more just like that. Big inhale, ribs go wide. Exhale all that air out. Guys, take the knees back in, hang on to the sides of the thighs to come all the way up. Don't fall off your box. I know we've been on it the whole time. Sometimes that deep breathing can kind of give you a little bit of that balance, right? You've got to kind of reconnect and wake up. So don't fall off your box. Be careful. Guys, well done. That was a killer ab workout. It was a lot all at once. So lots of compound movement today. I didn't want to scare you with all that in the beginning, so we didn't get into it, right? But it was a lot of sequencing that was in similar movement patterns. So I'm not surprised if the core is very tired right now. The upper body had a lot of work in there as well. We laid off the lower body a little bit today, right? But we ran into those inner thighs, pelvic floor, low abdominal area. So nice job. Guys, if you have questions for me, you know you can always leave them below in the comments and I will get back to you. It takes me a little bit to sometimes get through them all, but I promise I get back to everybody. And I have a special announcement that we're going to have a challenge coming up. Okay, this is the first challenge that I'm offering to all of you guys. It's going to be through my on-demand platform. So beginning the new year, it's going to be a new year challenge. New year, new you, right? Although I know you're perfect as you are, so I'm not going to be calling it that because I don't want you to be a new you. I just want you to work on bettering your practice. Okay, so that's what it's all about. So beginning of the new year, it's going to be a 2-week challenge. Focused on deep abdominal work. Okay, so we're really focusing on the core. Now, you know all of Pilates derives from the core. But this, we're really gonna focus on that in all sorts of movement patterns. Okay, so I'm gonna lay off the upper body and the lower half. You'll get residual work, of course, through the movement that we're gonna be doing, but we're really gonna focus on that core, front, back, side, all the way around 360. So 20 minutes a day for 2 weeks. All right, that's the plan. So that's gonna come up. I will be teasing it on YouTube. Okay, I'll probably throw up the first workout on YouTube, but we'll see how that goes. I haven't fully figured it out yet. And then it's gonna hit the on-demand platform. So you'll be able to buy the 14-day package off on demand. Now, if you haven't visited my on-demand platform before, it's really simple. If you go to JessPFit.com, you'll see a link to the on-demand platform there. Okay, you can also find a link in my bio on Instagram to the platform. I put up live workouts once a week through mat Pilates and Reformer, so a new workout hits every week. So if you're finding that YouTube is not delivering enough newness and you need more, you've gone through all my videos on YouTube, the on-demand platform is a nice place to get more frequent workouts. I have a live group that meets once a week. If you're interested in that, please reach out to me through email and I will get you that information. But the same workout goes up on the on-demand platform as well. So if you're not interested in joining live or you don't need the live interaction, the on-demand is a really nice option to just still get the workout. All right, so that's where that challenge will be hitting. So get ready for it. It's going to be a good one. All right, and that's it. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a really good one. I don't know when you're going to be doing this workout, but whenever you do, I am grateful for you as always. Leave me comments. I want to hear from you. And take care.